Time. There are all kinds of time. There's a time to get up in the morning and a time to go to bed. There's a time for breakfast. There's a time for lunch. There's a time for dinner. There's a time to go to school and a time to come home. There's a time to work. There's a time to play. There's a time to dance and celebrate. And there's a time to be still. There's a time to laugh. And there's a time to weep. Ecclesiastes says there is a time for everything under the sun. But what is time? Some people say that time is a line. Look here. It has just been born. It is brand new. And now time is passing. It's getting older. And the time we have here is much older than the time that was back here. I wonder how long time goes. Does it go forever? Could there ever be an ending? Oh, look, it ended. So the beginning that was so new at the beginning now is old. And this ending part is the new part now. It just happened. So now we have a beginning that is like an ending, and an ending that is like a beginning. So do you know what the church did? They tied the ending that was like a beginning and the beginning that was like an ending together. So we would always remember that for every ending there is a beginning, and for every beginning there is an ending. And so now, look, time is no longer in a line, is it? I wonder how long time goes on when it's in a circle. This is how the church tells time. And this is the church year puzzle. It shows us how the church tells time. Now there are 3 great times in the church year: Christmas, Easter, and Pentecost. Oh, that one's hot, like fire. Now each one of these celebrations is a great mystery. And people can walk right through these mysteries without even knowing it. We needed a way to get ready to enter each one of these mysteries. And so the church set aside time to get ready. And they used the color purple to symbolize this time of getting ready, because purple is a serious color. And this time is a serious time to be still and reflect. The time for getting ready for Christmas is called Advent. And the time for getting ready for Easter is called Lent. And then we have the Sundays of celebration, and we use the color white to symbolize this. The season of Easter celebration. And all that's left are the green growing Sundays. We call this time the ordinary time, because this is not a time of celebrating, it's a time of just everyday growing. Just like the green grass that is growing all summer long, so we are growing during this time, not just in our bodies, but in our spirits. And so the church uses the color green to represent this ordinary time. So now let's build the church puzzle back together. We have the three great mysteries and celebrations: Christmas, and that goes right about here. Easter goes right about here. And Pentecost, still hot, goes right about there. Christmas is the time when we celebrate the birth of Jesus, God's Son, and the mystery of how God became a person. And Christmas is so special that it takes 4 Sundays to get ready to enter it. The color for getting ready is purple. So we need 4 purple Sundays. We call this time of getting ready for Christmas Advent. Now, Advent marks the ending of the old church year and the beginning of the new church year. And so we want to put it right here, where the ending is the beginning and the beginning is the ending. Now, Easter is the time when we celebrate the mystery of how Jesus died and yet is still with us. God made him alive again. And the time for getting ready for Easter is called Lent. And there are 6 Sundays set aside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for getting ready for Easter. This time called Lent. Now I wonder, the time for getting ready for Easter takes 6 Sundays, but the time for getting ready for Christmas only takes 4. I wonder what that means. Could it be that the mystery of Easter is an even greater mystery than the mystery of Christmas? Now, when Easter comes, we are so happy that God made Jesus alive again, that we can't just celebrate this great mystery on one Sunday. We celebrate for 6 more Sundays, and since the color of Easter is white, we need 6 more white Sundays to celebrate Easter. And the season of Easter leads right up to Pentecost. After Easter, the disciples had seen Jesus ascend up into the clouds back to heaven. And then, days later, they saw the Holy Spirit come down at Pentecost. This is the day we celebrate the mystery when God gave us the Holy Spirit, so that we, the church, can say and do the things that Jesus did. On that day, the Holy Spirit came down and rested on the disciples like tongues of fire. And they were more alive than they had ever been before. And that's why the color of Pentecost is hot red like fire. Now all that's left are the green growing Sundays of ordinary time. These Sundays go between Christmas and Easter. We can only put 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And all the rest go between Pentecost and Advent. This is the ordinary time, the time when summer comes and the days get longer, and you can go and play outside until late at night. And then summer comes to an end, and the fall comes, and the days get shorter, and the light becomes less, and the dark comes early. It's as if the light is just about ready to go out. And right at that time, when the light seems to be coming to an end, we reach Advent. The year ends and it begins again. It is time to get ready to enter the mystery of Christmas, when the light of the world came down to shine into our darkness. Here are the three great times: Christmas, Easter, and Pentecost. Here are the times for getting ready. The time for getting ready for Christmas is Advent. The time for getting ready for Easter is Lent. And here is the ordinary time. This pointer points to what time it is. And this Sunday, we are on the last green Sunday after Pentecost. Today is the end of the church year. And next week marks the beginning of the new church year, Advent. It is all here. There is a time for everything. For every beginning, there is an ending. And for every ending, there is a beginning. Time goes on and on, forever and ever. Now I wonder which of these colors or times you like the best. I wonder how each of these colors makes you feel. How does this time of getting ready, purple, make you feel? How does the white make you feel, the time of celebration? What about the red? And what about this time of growing, the ordinary time? I wonder if you have ever seen these colors in the church. Now, purple is also the color of kings, and the king who was coming back then still is coming today, and is yet to come. This is a great mystery. I wonder, how is it that the king who was coming back then is also coming today? And how is the king who was coming back then and is coming today still yet to come? I wonder how time is like a circle. I wonder how a beginning can be an end, and an end can be a beginning. I wonder how time is like a puzzle. And finally, I wonder which color of the church year or time is most important.